Pif was a very large part of my life in Eastern Europe. It represented something outside of the Iron Curtain, the few things that trickled in from the outside. We knew it came from France, but quite honestly, the fact that it came from Paris and came from a big city and what part of Paris was completely lost on us. It was completely, we were not aware of that. Even though this was somewhere made in a place where we could not visit, we needed to put it into context. We needed to physically have an address such as 126 Lafayette. And this is something that's not easily noticeable in a magazine. You have to search for it. It's in the fine print, but it's in there. It is available. And to have that address, it made it real. It made it something that it is not from the moon. It is not from out of this world. It was made by real people in a real country, in a real city. The list of significant landmarks on my list includes the editorial offices of Pif. Finally, I can put it on the map. I know finally where it came from. And to me, it's just as significant as the Mona Lisa or the Louvre or the Champs-Élysées. 126 Lafayette on my list is right behind the Mona Lisa. We not only look forward to the comics, but look for signs of other, for more real life, such as a kid, especially if it was our age. What kind of shirt was he wearing? What kind of a hairstyle did he have? Eventually, of course, we tried to mimic that because this was so much more sophisticated. This was from the West. This was quality. This was sophistication. You had kids with their bag and the shirt with the pattern on it. The content outside of the comics was not ignored, not at all. It had just as much significance as anything else. We were very interested to know what the next week's gadget will be. And because the way it was portrayed to be mysterious, not to give so much away, we needed to know the words as well. What is this mysterious thing? What is this all about? What are we going to have here? And I just have to look up the words and to figure out what the next week's story will be. Do I need to move heaven and earth to put the money together for the next week's edition to get this amazing toy, which will probably be more amazing than anything else out there? So the dictionary came out and I spent the weekend to translate the words. But of course, as marketing works, even the words didn't give too much away. You needed to have the edition. You needed to have next week's, because after translating the page, I was even more puzzled than before. And that was the whole point. This magazine was read, which is a funny way to put it since I don't read French, but read page by page thoroughly and was reread over and over again because we considered it such an important sunshine coming in through this dark. There were no foreign movies, books, any sort of a culture that did not fit through a very fine filter. Was not available. It was not written about. We did not know about that it existed. It was not available. But Pif, it cracked the door open. It let some sunshine in. It let let us know that the outside world does exist. That's what was amazing for us, that there were colors. There were colors on the magazine. The Hungarian publications were very two-toned, black and white. If there were colors, very few colors being used. Pif showed us that there are other colors that can be used to print a magazine. The condition under Pif was allowed to exist and be in the country was that it will not be translated. It cannot be translated. It's in its original form. Those people who take the time and effort to learn French will understand the context Otherwise, they made the gesture, the effort to have this sister party, the French Communist Party publication available in Hungary. They felt that this is as far as they will go. They will bring it in, they will not translate it. Pif allowed us to experience that the world existed outside the borders of Hungary. They were not closed from the outside world, but that there is life outside the Iron Curtain.